Good evening, designers, and welcome to episode 39 of Game of Rugs. As you can tell, I'm a little hoarse, but we are going to plunge right into today's special episode. And today's special episode is all the threes I've loved before. So we are going to take a look at the designs that I previously submitted and loved and got terrible scores for. These are rooms that got below a 4 or just over a 4. Um, and I mean, I have loads of rooms that are, but I can look at them and see that they're not very good. What's much more instructive and much more interesting is to look at the rooms that I've gotten that are just under or just over a 4, rooms that I still really like and don't think are terrible, and try to analyze those and why they did not do better in voting. And I have realized by looking at a series of these rooms that I'm about to share with you that there are 9 lessons that I have learned from these rooms. And so I hope that articulating and demonstrating them means that that information will be helpful to some other people and not just my slow to learn ass. So away we go.
Memory lane. So I started playing in April, and I had 2 rooms before this one that scored below a 4. And those were the rooms where I learned that you have to have a rug. This is Game of Rugs, gotta have a rug. So this was the first room after I had learned that where I got below a 4. And I was baffled because, from what I knew, this rug had everything you needed. This room had everything you needed. It had a rug, it had 2 plants, it had art, it had limited edition stuff, it had floor decor, and I didn't think anything was missing. And of all the stuff that was here, it all went together. So I was like, what is the problem? It wasn't until much later that I figured out that the problem here is that I used outdoor furniture indoors, which design home voters do not like. Also, that's not a super popular rug, except in children's rooms and outdoors. This room, I got a 4.19, and I didn't know why the score was this low because I loved this room, and also I had been on sort of a high, for me at the time, a high scoring streak of rooms in the mid and high 4s with this purple couch and purple chair. And I think they're amazing. I still love them. And I couldn't figure out why I got a 4.19 on this. This was the first of many lessons Design Home tried to teach me about these wild bloom rugs. But I'm going to say I still love this room. I don't care that it didn't do well. Here is part 2 of that lesson. So many things to learn combined together in this room. This is another one of those wild bloom rugs. There are 4 in the series, and I love every single one of them. And I still buy them for diamonds, and I occasionally use them when I don't care about a score, when I just want to put them in a room. However, this room, if we're looking for why it didn't score well, there are clear answers to that. One is the rug. Nobody votes for these rugs. 2, again, I'm using outdoor furniture indoors. And 3, although this couch is fracking fabulous and goes with the rugs. It's a different blue than the blues used on my outdoor chairs, and I think people prefer things to be better matched than that. So looking at this room now, that's everything I can think of for that. Then I got a 4.08, and I am not a huge fan of this room now, but I think that maybe this was the start of the Southwest series, and it's possible that what I learned from this room at the time was that sometimes it actually is about timing. I did not use a lot of Southwest themed items in this room. I think there were rugs in that series. I didn't use those. I don't have Southwest table decor on my table. This was obviously very early in my design home career, and I didn't use lamps, and the coffee table in the middle doesn't have anything on it. And I really loved the plants from this series, but I don't think that I had really understood that you need to go all in for a series. This was the first room in that Hidden Oasis series with the limited edition stuff, and I just didn't theme the room to the stuff, and that was really the mistake. Then we had this room, and I'm going to be honest, there are 3 low scoring rooms I have done that I love. And voters be damned, I love these 3 rooms. And this is one of them. If I got this room as an Airbnb, like I turned up and this was the room I was in, I would be Instagramming the shit out of this room. I think it's great. And I would love to sleep here. I love the colorways. I think everything goes together beautifully. Now, I do know why this room scored like hot garbage with a 4.14. And the reason is, God, there's so many reasons. Mostly, the important lesson here is the hide rug. Voters hate the hide rug. Here it is in a bedroom. Nobody likes it. Second of all, no one except me likes these ottomans, and I am here to tell you the rest of you are all wrong. These ottomans are amazing, and you just have no taste. That's the problem. That's the problem, design home voters. I am completely right, and you are completely wrong. Third, I love these. I mean, I call them mason jar lamps. They're not. They're Moana bamboo lanterns, whatever. They're mason jar lamps. I think they're so cool. I like anything different in this game. And yeah, you guys don't. So that was 3 things I used all together that made this room score like rubbish. I don't care. I think it's great. I love it. Next. And here we are again. I loved the colorway for this room. And I still like it. It got a 4.0, even with the retrospective of a lot of time having gone by. I still think that score is mean. I had at least learned to put things on cocktail tables, so this room had that going for it, but it does have a lot of the problems that I had not learned from. It's using the wild bloom rug. Just bad, don't do that, I guess. If you want to score well, it's using the mason jar lamp at the end of the table next to the couch, and it is using outdoor furniture indoors with the table next to the chair, side table, and this green bench. I bought these green benches or won these green benches. Which one? I bought the green bench. I bought them. Obviously, I got 5 of them. I used 1 of them here. It's like April, May, June, July, August, September. It's 6 months later. I still have 3 of them. I just can't use them properly. So this room went wrong because I used the hide rug, and the hardcore vegan voters were not happy about that. Fair enough. We've talked about this before. I don't have a problem with that. I didn't know about the problem then, so I did the only thing I could have done to make the rug problem worse, and I put a dead animal head on the wall. And then I did the only thing I could have done to make the dead animal head worse, and I used two of them. And I got a 4.19, and I'm going to be honest, I was lucky to get it. Here we are with me still not learning about the animal hide rugs. Gonna be honest, I still use them for rooms that I want to use them in, knowing that they're not going to score well. This room got a 4.07, which I still think was maybe harsh, but I like other stuff in this room. I like the rug with these prints. Seems fine to me. I'm pretty sure, looking at this room, that there was a spot for art over the fireplace that I didn't use. And, now I know better. Like, you can't leave art spots empty really like that and expect to get high scores. But it's a well-matched set of furniture. The art is color coordinated with the rug, and the problem here is I assume there was very tough competition with a lot of good entries, and I used a rug that everybody hates. This room is got a 3.83, and I had not figured out that I'm the only person in the world who likes this ottoman. I used, again, outdoor furniture indoors because it was themed with, it was color coordinated with my couch. I can't remember the word for a couch with a sticky outy part, but at the time I had won this one, and this rust colored sticky outy couch was the only one I had, so I worked the whole room on that color cue. But I also didn't know about the scary clown paintings, and that everybody hates the scary clown paintings. So we have scary clown paintings, an ottoman everybody hates, and outdoor furniture used indoors. Plus, this room is just ugly as ass. This room got a 4.0, and gonna be honest with you, I still don't understand why. It was a French challenge. I used this West Elm couch and chair that I love, and I still pay diamonds for. I used, you can see at the bottom, this wisteria side table that's gold that I love. These West Elm pink ottomans or poofs or whatever, and that wisteria gilt lamp that I use all the time, and my two favorite paintings. The problem is, generally, these paintings don't score well. When I say the problem is, I assume there is another problem with this room besides the fact that I use paintings other people don't like, because this is a very low score for this room. It's probably, I'm just going to guess, it's the rug. Maybe everybody hates this rug, or I should have used a more French patterned rug. I don't know. But this was at the time my favorite set of furniture. I put all my favorite things in this room. It scored a 4.0, and I'm keeping this in here to show you that sometimes, looking at my own rooms and the amount of time I spend analyzing why they didn't do well, sometimes even I don't know. Of the on my top 3 list of rooms that I really love that did not do well, this is number 2. I love everything about this room. I think at the time I knew it wasn't going to score well, but I thought it was so fabulous. I kind of hoped it was going to overcome all of the problems inherent in this room. I love everything about it except the 2 cushions at the bottom of the bed. I wish I'd used a different texture, but whatever. Love this room, still love it. Have no regrets about the hide rug. The 4.27 is fair, and what can you do? Okay, top 3 rooms. This is the third one on that list. I remember this room so clearly. I was so proud of this room. I was so proud of it. I had really, by this time, started paying a lot of attention to why rooms scored fives, really looking closely at fives and analyzing them. And I loved the details of this room. I loved the like the feet on the couch are coordinated with the feet on the matching chairs, obviously, but I also chose the Sobu tripod table at the end of the couch because of the colors that match the feet, like on the chairs. And then I found that this is where I discovered that you could match the Sobu tripod table with the, is it a apartment 2B tripod table, and they coordinate perfectly. And then I matched the sideboard at the end of the room to them and the hive lamp as well. And I was incredibly proud of myself, and I loved the couch with the feature wall and those two colors with these Moroccan ottomans. And I was ride or die for this room. Genuinely devastated that I got a 4.03. And I remember being shocked and then looking at the winners, and all of them had gone for the yellow curtain color and not the blue. But, you know, it's been a long time, and I am still a fan of this room, and I still look at it and I'm delighted for the me who was so, so proud of it. And this is another room, like if I had four rooms, if I had four rooms that I had scored poorly on, I'm not sure that this would be one of them. But having said that, I do like it. I do. And it's the damn rug again. I just need to stop buying this rug, and I should have learned earlier to stop buying this rug, but it goes so well in these kinds of things. And that's about it. So those are my rooms that scored really terribly that I still really love. Thanks so much for joining me on this episode of Game of Rugs. And I hope that if you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more episodes of Game of Rugs, I would love it if you would become a subscriber. Thanks so much. Bye.